Hi, I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. I'm recording this video the afternoon of Thursday, March 30th, and hopefully it will be uploaded and available to you later today, worst case, sometime on Friday, March 31st. I'm going to start by following up on some of the things that Kim Bergen-Jackson, our administrator, mentioned in her video update last week. First thing is that earlier this week on Tuesday, we removed the screening kiosks from the licensed areas. So when you are going to visit friends or family members who live in the health center or assisted living, you no longer need to screen to go to visit them. That hasn't actually been a requirement for a while, but we kept it as a requirement here at Oak Knoll just out of an abundance of caution, trying to keep our residents as safe as possible. But we feel like now is the time to go ahead and take the kiosks away. So that happened on Tuesday. Next Tuesday, April 4th, I think the date is, we will also make masks optional for staff working in the health center. Pretty much no residents are wearing masks in the health center, but we've never taken masks off for our staff members. So as of next Tuesday, that will no longer be a requirement, and for the first time in more than 3 years, you will be able to see the smiling faces of the people caring for your loved ones and friends. So I think everybody is looking forward to next Tuesday and being able to take off the masks. We do ask people to continue to wear a mask if they are at all symptomatic. So if you're coughing, have a runny nose, anything like that, please keep a mask on. We'll continue to have them available, but for people just doing their routine day-to-day jobs, working in the health center, they will no longer be required to wear a mask. Our COVID cases are pretty low right now throughout the Oak Knoll community. As of the time of this recording, I am aware of 2 independent living residents who have tested positive for COVID recently, and we have 1 employee who is out because of a COVID test or a case of COVID. So 3 out of a population of probably more close to 800 people altogether is really pretty good. We expect that we'll continue to have the occasional case here and there, but it's certainly down from where we were even 6 or 8 weeks ago. So we're feeling good about that. We're trending in the right direction. Hopefully as we head into warmer weather and people spending more time outside versus inside, we'll continue to see those low numbers. The last time I recorded this video was on March 10th. And in that update, I told you about our proposed building project for the East Campus, in which we are hoping to add a building that would primarily be assisted living apartments. Since that time, there really hasn't been a lot that has happened other than last Thursday, as part of the rezoning process, we did host a good neighbor meeting in the community room at East. So Steve Cuppy and I were there, along with 2 engineers from Axiom Consultants. That's the company that we've been working on for kind of the survey work and like things like that related to this project. And they have a lot of experience going through this rezoning process. So we sent out a letter like a couple weeks prior to that to anybody who lived within 500 feet of the East Campus, and there really aren't a lot of addresses that live within 500 feet of Oak Knoll East. But we did have 1 person attend the meeting, and the only person who attended our Good Neighbor meeting was somebody who is already a resident at Oak Knoll East. So we're feeling pretty good about that, in that there doesn't seem to be any type of major concern about our application for rezoning that would allow us to move forward with that building project. The next step is on April 5th. It should go to the Planning and Zoning Commission, and if it successfully passes out of Planning and Zoning, it will go to City Council for consideration at their second meeting in April. I think it's April 18th. Conceivably then it's like going April and then the two May council meetings before we have final approval. So that's kind of on the city approval side. On the financing side, we are still very much working on trying to figure out the financial model. It's a fairly expensive project, and we need to be able to pay for it and have it be financially viable in order to move forward. So that's what my focus is really now and into the next couple of weeks, is trying to figure out, it's like, how much of an equity contribution do we need to be able to make, and what kind of permanent financing would we be looking at to make this a viable project for us. So that is in the works, and it's like, as we know more, we will certainly share that with you. Tomorrow, we had originally scheduled an Around the World event at the East Campus. That event has been postponed because almost immediately after the Iowa women's basketball team won the regional out in Seattle and qualified for the Final Four, we started to get cancellations for that event. And we actually got 40 cancellations. So it really just made sense that we postpone the Around the World party, and that will happen at some future date. We're trying to have it rescheduled as quickly as possible, but there's a lot of calendars to coordinate, and we will certainly let you know about that as well as soon as it's been rescheduled. Coming up next week on Monday, April 3rd at the East Campus, there is going to be a poker night hosted by student volunteers from the university. On Tuesday, April 4th, our Spring Building resident, David Jepson, will be hosting a program about baseball nicknames, and kind of coincides with opening day of Major League Baseball, which is today for those of you who care. On Wednesday, April 5th, there will be no programs. We have many residents who observe Passover, so there are no programs for next Wednesday. And then on Thursday, April 6th, down on the first floor studio room at the main campus, there will be a bingo party hosted by the pharmacy students from the university. So that's what's happening next week. And lastly, for those of you who know my wife April, she had knee replacement surgery about 10 days ago. I was off for a couple of days trying to help her in any way I could. And then it's like, since I've been back at work, I'm fortunate in that I truly only live 7 minutes away from home, or truly only live 7 minutes away from work. And so I'm able to get home relatively easily, and at least once a day, and sometimes a couple times a day, I've gone home to change ice packs, let the dogs out, just do whatever we need to help her continue to heal. She's got physical therapy appointments 3 times a week that we're kind of working around, and she is definitely on the mend, and our goal is that by end of May, hopefully she's able to swing a golf club and we can spend this summer playing golf together. So that's what's happening with me. I hope all of you are doing well, and we will talk with you again in a couple of weeks. Take care.